Good afternoon, my debaters. Hello, everybody. I hope y'all have had a very good and productive day. Okay? Progress, that should be the key every day. Anyway, I will apologize again in my absence, but y'all know how this technical thing be going sometimes. So anyway, let's jump into today's topic, which I would like to call When Staying and Leaving is Hard to Do. This is a heartfelt topic for me because we've all been there. And I appreciate everybody who commented and, sharing the page out of your book, your experience. So without further ado, let's jump right in. First of all, I want to start by saying you're not crazy, you're not stupid, you're not dumb, but those are the emotions that you're going to feel right now due to the simple fact that, other people, you feel like you're going to be judged for staying and all this other stuff, but it's something that I like to call matters of the heart. And really what you're going to have to do is let nature take its course, okay? Regardless of who all say stay or leave, you're going to have to leave on your own terms. Nobody's going to be able to force you to do this. You're going to have to stay there. You're going to have to hurt. You're going to have to suffer through this till whatever lesson that is supposed to be taught in this experience is learned. And that's not, I'm not being harsh, but that's what's going to have to happen, baby. You're going to have to stay there. You're going to have to stand through the test, because we can tell you to leave. You're not going to leave until you're ready to leave. And that's where I'm going with this. And you're going to hurt until you learn that lesson. Because, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over, expecting different results. I'm not calling you insane. What I'm saying is you can't help who you love right now. And right now what you're trying to do is get some type of rise out of that person to see who you are before it's too late, before you're gone. And that is why you're trying so hard, why you're fighting so hard. You stay because love and trust these days are such a rare commodity. That's why you stay. Because you want from him what probably no other girl could get from him. You want that trust. You want that time. You want to be able to have bragging rights when you with your girls. And say, when everybody else talking about, well, sometimes how they can't trust and, oh, I know he messing up. You want to be able to say, oh, well, honey, I ain't worried about that because they report. They let me know this. They let me know that. Everybody wants the things that set them apart from everybody else nowadays. Trust and love are two very rare commodities these days. For instance, if men were being loyal and trustworthy, it'd be something else out there that the world would be lacking, that everybody else would be going searching for. So with that little bit being said, going forward into this, you want something that he has to be willing to give you, that you can't force him to give you, which is that love, that respect, and that trust. You want to be able to say that you've changed the man. And I put a comment up a long time ago. The only way you'll ever change a man is if he independent, baby. That ain't nothing took from nobody. I said that a long time ago. And it's true. And I don't think it's so much as about you trying to change him. I think you may be staying there to try to prove something to somebody, be it yourself, your family. You trying to prove something because up under all this mess that you see, on top of this, man, you see it's a little bit of okay in there that got you with him in the first place. And if you feel like if you could just scratch the surface of that okay, then y'all could be happy. No, boo. You got all these red flags. Look at them. But the only person who can who has the ability to get you out of this situation is you. You want somebody to tell you to leave. I won't do that. Because it hurts to be strong. Please don't let nobody. He's familiar. He's something familiar to you. It's easier to stick with those things that are familiar than to go out and get something new and then have to deal with the same thing all over again. It begins to weigh down on us. It begins to hurt us. It begins to take what we have out of us. And it's getting over it is not going to be easy. But undoubtedly, you're not ready to face that hurt that's going to come with leaving. You see what I'm saying? And another thing, it's not that you don't know your worth, but the longer you stay, you're going to begin to lose sight of it. So you got to think about that. You know your worth. You're trying to force him to see it. You want him to turn around and see you before it's too late. But baby, it may already be too late. But I do know that regaining your strength in a weak situation can be very hard. It can be. You stand because you don't want to feel like you lost him. You gonna lose to these other females. You stay because you don't want to feel like you couldn't achieve this one thing. Everything that you achieve may not be an accomplishment either, sweetheart. You could allow other people to have him and rid yourself of the headache that you go through probably on a daily basis. But by staying and you're already aware of the situation, it means you're losing already, baby. But I will say that you're going to have to leave on your own time. We can't force you to. But I want to close with saying this. A friend of mine asked me when I was going through a rough time. She asked me, she said, so if you leave, what would you be losing? Ask yourself that question. Because the ball is always in your court. You pull shenanigans. He put on a facade for like a week or two to get you back where he wants you. Even if he doing that much, you get mad, you say things out of anger to try to force him to act or do what you want him to do. But how long does that last? 3 days? A week? Come on. You can never even be really comfortable right there due to the simple fact that the trust is gone. And when it's that deep, if you questioning your own self, if your self-esteem has begin to become a place where you are trying to rebuild yourself, where every time you forgive him and let him back in, your self-esteem is being torn back down, you're already in a bad place. So again, I ask you, if you let him go, what would you be losing? Besides a wet behind every now and then. No shade. But anyway, that's my time. I love y'all. I will be coming back next week. We will be going full force. And I got a couple of topics that's in my inbox I got to get to. I apologize to y'all. But I had to make sure all my stuff was back right up and running. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all next week with 2 more hot topics. So be ready. I love y'all. Bye.